Well, hello again, boys and girls. Welcome back to Old Tom and his big red chair. As you know, I'm Old Tom, and this is my big red comfy chair. Well, we've got a fabulous show coming up, and the weeks to follow, we've got some really wonderful people to see, boys and girls. That's right. So make sure you keep watching Old Tom and his big red chair. But now, let's go and see what's on the show. It's Old Tom and his big red chair. I'll be back soon. Well, hello again, everyone. Yes, you've guessed it. Miss Tracy's still away. That's right. She's still on the islands entertaining all the little boys and girls over there. And I spoke to her before on the telephone, and she said she's having a wonderful time. And all the little children there and the adults are having a great time doing the crafts too. They've never seen anything like it. Oh, isn't that wonderful? But today, I'm going to teach you how to make a real special game. A game that you can play with all your friends and your family. And everyone will love playing it. It's a really good game. And it's very easy to make. What you need is a piece of cardboard. Now, this piece of cardboard is about 23 centimetres square. So around it, as long as it's a square piece of cardboard. Look, you can see some things on the back, but we don't look at the back, do we? And we have to make sure that it's nice and square and nothing is sticking out. I'm going to use my scissors for this, because I just want a little trim here, a little tiny trim, that's fine. Oh, and now don't forget, when you're doing crafts, you have to have something on your table, and don't work over carpet, because sometimes we use paints and we use glues and all that kind of thing. And if we spill anything on the carpet, well, we'll be in big trouble. And I'll totally in big trouble too. So anyway, that's what we need, a square of cardboard. Now we need to cover it, because that's not a very nice colour, is it, boys and girls? No, it isn't. So I'm going to use some yellow paper to cover. Or should we use orange? Then red's nice. Look at that red. It isn't as big, is it? Wow, but it doesn't matter, we can cover it. No, we'll use yellow. Yellow looks better and it covers the whole thing. So now what we're going to use is you can use PVA adhesive if you like, because that's really good and it dries really fast, doesn't it, boys and girls? And not only that, if you get it on your fingers, you can wash it off. But today, I'm going to use this special blue glue stick. There it is, it's blue. And I like the blue one because when it dries, it goes white. That's right, it goes white when it dries. It goes clear. It doesn't go white, it goes clear, so you can't see it. I'm just going to put it around here like that, make sure the edges are covered, around there and down here. We have to work fast because it does dry pretty fast, this one does. And we have to go down this edge here, down here. Oh, you get some on the side, don't worry about that. And some down this edge. Make sure all the edges are covered first, like this. And then you haven't got to do all the middle, you can just go like that. Alright? I'll just scribble in the middle, put it over, scribble a bit more, that's fine. And now we get our yellow card and put it on the top, like that. Wow, make sure it covers it all. And then we press it down, look at that, press it down. If you want, it's easier. You still need all glue stick. Take the glue off there, so it doesn't stick on there, it doesn't stain the paper. And then we can put it on there and we can press it down that way. Isn't that a good idea? It's best if you put something on top and you can leave it a few minutes, and then you can make sure it sticks properly, because it takes a little while to dry, doesn't it? So there we are, put it on there and we're holding it down. And this is a really good game you can play. You can play with all your friends. You know, you may know this game. A lot of people know this game and they have to write it down on a piece of paper and every time they want to do it. But this way it's like a board game, isn't it? Like a board game. Well, I think you can buy this in a board game, I'm not sure. So, and now when it's all stuck down, as I say, you might have one or two air bubbles. That's alright, you can scrape it down like that. Got a bit of glue on there. Not glue, we don't want you on there. And then we've got to trim around the edges. Now the best way to do that is scissors. Now if you're only little, ask someone to do it for you. That's right. If you're only little, you don't want to play with scissors, do you? Because you could hurt yourself. And we have to trim it just cut it around here like this. Whoa, it's a bit big, isn't it? So we'll trim it here. And it's always best if you have the paper, if you turn it over to trim it. So, because it's easier to see where you've got to trim that way, doesn't it? Look, if you see that, you can see where you have to trim. So always turn it over and trim it from the back. Well, as I say, if you're only little, don't play with scissors. Oh no, I get a big person to do it for you. Whoa, I'm sure they will help you to do it. Oh, isn't that wonderful? And you've got to mind your fingers. Oh, we don't cut any fingers off today, do we? No, we don't. Oh, Miss Tracy, go mad if I cut my fingers off. Oh, yeah, and Miss Tracy is got to these little islands, boys and girls, where only a few people live, and you don't have a big town, they don't have shops like we do. No. And they don't see any crafts. So that's why she's gone over to teach them crafts. Yeah, they're wonderful, they're loving it. They live in, their houses are made of wood, and some are made of straw. She tells me where she is, boys and girls. Wow! But they're really happy, and and they're always singing and dancing, and oh wow, isn't that good? So, now we've finished cutting that out, so I'll show you what we're going to do. Get all the glue off the table. We must keep our mess on one side, or one place, boys and girls, so we can clean it off afterwards. Now, we don't want you. Now, we're going to make 2 lines that way and 2 lines that way. Now, so we have to make sure that they're about evenly apart. So, let me see. I will get my pen and I'll mark it. Let's make it, we'll make it about there and there. And the same at the bottom here. So now try and keep them so that it's all level when you're finished, boys and girls. Alright? And then the same here again. Oh, the same here. We'll mark it there. And we'll mark it there. And there. We mark it that way this time, and we can see those, can't we? And there. Now you can see I've got 4 lines. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're going to draw the lines with a pen. And I'll tell you what. Why don't we use a coloured pen? That's a good idea. I think we'll use what colour? Let's use blue. A dark blue. I like blue, and it might make the lines look nicer too. So we get the rule on the lines, and we'll draw a nice line that way, nice and straight. We'll draw a nice line this way. This is a really good game. I love this game. I was playing this game when I was a little boy. That's right. And wow, but we had to draw it on paper, and I say most people just draw it on paper and it has to be thrown away after, and that's no good. When we finish with this, we'll be able to play it and put it away and play it next time. That's right. Because it's much better if you make it our game. It's like it's a board game then, isn't it, boys and girls? Well, let's get it right, there and there. I think that's about right. It doesn't matter if it's just off. It doesn't matter. Right, so now we've got 9 squares. Oh, that's fabulous. Now we need something else. We'll put that over there for a moment. Because now we need to cut some small pieces of cardboard. Now, I've already cut them. So they haven't all got to be the same size. That's a bit funny, isn't it? That's out of shape, isn't it? I'll cut a bit off that one. But if you ask the adults you're with, if you can't do it, to cut some squares of cardboard. They can be circles of cardboard, it doesn't matter. Squares or circles, it doesn't matter which you choose. And then you can cover them. I covered mine in blue paper. Look at that, I covered mine in blue paper. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's a good idea perhaps if we cover 6 of them in one colour and 6 of them in another colour. Now, once I start doing this, you're going to know what game it is, boys and girls. And I'm going to use, I'll have to use black, no, let's just use red, shall we? We'll use red, and now on these here, we're going to put a big cross, like this, a big cross. There we go, a big cross on that one, that's 1. It hasn't got to be perfect, as long as you can see it's a cross. 1, 2, I like doing this, 3, 4. I'm glad I didn't get crushes off my teacher when I was at school. 4, 5, 6 crosses. Oh, I'm using a red pen, but it looks brown on the blue, doesn't it? Oh, that's okay. Now, on the other one, let us use, what colour shall we use? Let us try green, shall we? And on the other 6, we bring them down. So we've got 6 with crosses on, and we want a 0, a big 0 in green. Look at that, a big 0 in green, like that. Woohoo! We'll bigger that, shall we? Let's make it bigger. It doesn't matter, it hasn't got to be perfect. If you want it perfect, you can get a button and draw around a button or a coin, couldn't you, if you want it perfect? But it doesn't matter. As long as you can see it's a circle. Now, that's our game finished. That's right. Now I'll show you, if you don't know, I'll show you how to play it. You have to get one of your friends to play it with you. Now, yeah, someone has the ones with all the circles on there, and someone has all the crosses over here. And you get your board. Now what you've got to do is, yeah, take it in turns to have a go, and you've got to make a whole line full of circles all across. Let me show you. You can have a line across there, or you can have a line down there, or you can have a line down there, or a line down. You have to get 3 the same in a straight line. Sounds easy, doesn't it? Okay, now you decide who's going first, and what you do is you put 1 cross and 1 circle, get someone to do it behind the backs. They're not allowed to look at them, and they can keep swapping hands, and you have to choose a hand. I'll have this hand. Oh, I've got the circle in that hand, so the circle goes first. I'm going to put the circle there. Then over here you got the and the cross. I wonder where they're going to put. Where we should we put the cross? Let's put it. I think we'll put the cross there, shall we? Oh, and then I'll put a circle there. Oh, I've only got to get another circle in there, and I've won the game. And now it's time for the cross. Oh dear, they've stopped me playing there. Oh well, circle. I'll put a circle there. All right. Then if he isn't looking, I can put another circle there. It's your turn, Mr. Cross. Oh, I can't get 3 circles at all. But he hasn't seen this, boys and girls. There's an empty square there. If I put one in there, guess what happens? I've got 3 in a row. I've won. The circles won that game. Isn't it a good game? Yeah. And it's a really good game, and you can play it with all your friends. And if you do it on cardboard, when you're finished, you can get a little bag and put all these in, and you can put them in a drawer. And you can save it till next time you want to play. And you haven't got to keep drawing it on paper. Isn't that good? Well, I hope you enjoyed that, boys and girls. Miss Tracy told me to make that for you today. Look, it's time for me to go. I'm going to call Miss Tracy and tell her I made it. It turned out really good. Boys and girls, I'll see you next time. I'll see you when I get back to my big red chair, won't I? Okay, see you in a minute. Oh, you're back again. Wasn't that fantastic? I just love these shows. Now, boys and girls, a lot of you have asked me where I live. And I have told you before, but I live in Australia, in a place called Queensland. It's where I live. It's really nice and warm. And we do have some storms, and it does get cold sometimes in winter. But most of the time it's lovely and warm, and the schools have got all these open playgrounds. And they're all covered in grass, so you can have lots of fun there. But boys and girls, it's time for me to carry on. Now don't forget, if you've got a birthday coming up, let me know. But all I want is your first name, the town you live in, the country you live in, your date of birth, and how old you'll be on that day. Alright, because I want to keep you safe. And you can send it to oldtom@email.com. It'll be on the screen down here. Boys and girls, I'll see you next time on Old Tom and his big red chair. Bye bye everyone. Bye bye.